Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. How is everyone this morning? I still have to eat breakfast, so we're going to go through the comments if there's any comments, and then we'll go straight into a sprint. So, if you're here, good morning. Let me know what you're going to be reading or working on today. I don't know what I'm going to be reading or working on today because I'm kind of slumping in all things. Like, I've been trying to read over the past week and I'm not feeling it. I tried to work on some of my bigger diamond painting instead of the little ones, and I stopped after like 20 minutes because I was just like, this is too daunting right now. So I don't know what I'm going to be working on today. I do know that my husband was kind enough to take over for breakfast because I cooked most of it, but then in order to start on time, I had to come in. So he just basically had to dish it out. So, but yeah, so we're doing that. So I'll probably start with breakfast. I don't know. I do need to make a plan for like my reading starting in May through the rest of the year because I do have some books on my backlist from like the past month's TBR. So that I will be probably working on, and you guys can't see it, but I'm staring at my TBR cart and it is filled to the brim of either books that were on past TBRs or books that were supposed to be for this month, and books that I kind of like set aside, and I was like, I need to start reading through these. So I might create like a TBR jar or something of these titles and just start going through them one at a time because I want my TBR cart to be empty with the exception of like current month TBR on top, and then the bottom two layers are kind of like what's coming up, you know? And right now it's filled to the brim. So maybe I'll work on that. I don't know. I haven't really been motivated lately, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I've been having to deal with certain things. I did get my car back. However, there seems to be an alignment issue. They say it's fine, but we'll see. I might have to like replace 2 tires or a tire to like get it to balance out or whatever. My son was coming to tattletale on my husband. Close the door. Thank you. he's being silly. Silly this morning. I'll deal with that. But yeah, so the car is back. It's fine. She looks great. However, it's the whole alignment issue, in my opinion. But like I said, if I hear them say it's within spec one more time, I'm going to be screaming at somebody. So my solution is to replace the tire that they say is the issue and see if it truly is the tire or if it's still an alignment issue. But we'll see. We'll see. But I won't take it back to them again. Like, they're done. All right. Let's see who's here. And then it sounds like breakfast has been dished out. So Swank is here. Howdy, everybody. Happy Tell a Story Day. Happy Gummy Bear Day. And happy Deviled Dogs Day. Ooh. I might have some gummy bears, so I'll have to eat some in honor of Gummy Bear Day. And I do usually read to my children, so there's a tell a story day. I don't know what a deviled dogs is. Is that like, it's not like deviled eggs, obviously, but maybe a hot dog with deviled egg pieces on it? I should make some of those. Those are good. I know I've been having trouble reading too. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I go to sit down and I read something and I don't know if it's just cuz I've been trying to finish Sunrise on the Reaping since basically it came out. Like I had a library book from or a library copy of it, and I think I maybe read like 4 chapters before I had to return it. So then I went and bought a copy, and I think I'm still on chapter 9. Like I haven't been able to like really touch it. So, um I don't know. I need to figure it out because I need to like get back on track with where I'm supposed to be for reading. It says I'm like Goodreads says I'm ahead of schedule, but I'm not where I should be because I should be close to about 40 books at the end of this month if I read 10 a month, which is normal for me. But I think I'm at 17 or 18 books. So, not quite where I should be. But we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Nadeem. He says, hello, everyone. Good morning. What are you reading or working on today? It's like a ho-ho. Oh, so it's like a little, like, almost like a chocolate cake type thing? I'm going to Google real quick because I don't remember what a... Yeah, okay. That's what I thought it was. It's kind of like a chocolate swirl with cream. I forgot what they look like because I haven't had one in ages. But it's called a deviled dog. I wonder if I can find a picture of that. Oh, it's like a it's kind of like an ice cream sandwich in a way, but it's not ice cream. It's just like the cake with the cream in the middle, but it's sandwiched like an ice cream sandwich. Ooh, I should buy some of those. I like ice cream sandwiches. Giving me all the food ideas now. See, I'm hungry. Okay. Focus on the comments. Swank said, I love Sunrise on the Reaping. I read it twice. Oh my gosh. If I can get through the first time, at this point, I might just start from the beginning. Although I still kind of remember what's going on so far. I'm at the point where they just did their, like where they do the parade of all the chariots and all of the people. And one of them, they had like a catastrophe or something. One of them died already before it even starts. I think. It's kind of hard. I don't know. I might read it. They're at the parade part, so we'll see. We'll see how we go. All right. In Wreck-It Ralph, the devil dogs are released to chase after Ralph. Now I have to Google this. Devil dogs in... That's so funny. I don't remember those. That's so funny. It even looks like they have little faces and everything. Oh, because he in the Donut Cops. Oh my god. I have to go back and watch that. That's too funny. All right, 11:10. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the cat, and then I will let you guys go through the first sprint while I eat breakfast, and I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting! how did we all do on that sprint? I had breakfast, so I'm good there. And I decided to, you can see my TBR cart here. I pulled it aside and I'm going through all of the titles and writing them down. So that's what I did. I wrote them all down. And now I'm trying to figure out a way on how I want to randomly select the reading order. I don't know if I just want to go from top to bottom, one after the other, or if I want to randomly select them each time, or if I want to do a like TBR jar in a sense. So that's what I'm trying to figure out now. My other option is I can use my little dragon, because he is actually like a Universal started doing like popcorn buckets. So technically, he is a popcorn bucket. However, he has never been used for a popcorn bucket. So I could put little slips of paper here in his head and then draw one out and choose the book that way. But I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to use him for something else. His eyes light up and they also blink. You can kind of see them fade in and out. He's very cute. And he does, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but he does have wings on the back and they move. So cute. So I don't know if I want to implement him or if I just want to do like a jar type thing. I'm still trying to figure that out. But let's see what you all got up to. I'm pretty sure I started the comments. So we did have a couple people join us. Swank and I were talking about Wreck-It Ralph, and the devil dogs are released to chase after Ralph. We were, because she had come in and said that it was Devil Dog Day. And I was like, what is that? So then I Googled it. And she said it was kind of like a ho-ho, but then I said it was kind of like an ice cream sandwich because it's cake and cream and it's sandwiched together. But then she said it was in Wreck-It Ralph, and then I had to Google that. And I remember them, but I think I'll have to go back and watch the movie. Good morning, Christina. She says, good morning, Alicia. Hello, hello. All of the things. Pause to hydrate, snack, tell us what it was because we're nosy. Check laundry, take meds, stretch, show some love to the like button. Make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, thank you, please, and thank you for if you're subbing and liking the button and doing all of the things. It helps the channel grow. I also recently just uploaded 3 videos. I finally got my camera and my editing software and my computer like where I want it. So I was able to upload 3 videos. Yay. And there should be one more coming this week, 2 actually. 2 because I will have a book haul video and I will have the second in my Epic Universe videos. So be on the lookout for those. Kooky Mayhem Readathon announcement and co-host TBR list. There is the link for that. I kid you not, Christina. I went through my subscription page and I had to do a double take because some of them look so familiar, but all of the Kooky Mayhem Readathon like sprinting like thumbnails, it was like a whole dang page. Y'all are setting them up and it's like taking over my subscription page. If I could show you a picture, I would because it's crazy. Like all of them have the yellow and the Kooky Mayhem, and then there's a picture of whose sprint it is. And I was like, y'all are taking over. But it's good to see. It's good to see. You guys are gonna like have a fabulous time, I know. I'll be in the comments. Hopefully y'all can motivate me to read in the month of May. Courtney popped in. She says, I'm about to go to bed but wanted to stop by and say hello and hit the like button. Thank you. And I hope you have a good sleep, good nap. Hello, lovelies from Laura. Hello. What are we reading or working on today? I said hello to everyone who popped in. And then we had Elena. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning. Just finished reading A Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have Emily Henry, but I don't know if that's one of the ones I have. No, I think I have Book Lovers is the one I have. And I haven't read it yet, so I need to. I might have a second one. I don't know. There's a couple of things that I need to like go through. 4.75 stars. Nice. I am reading The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. I've heard of this title, but I have not read it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Just starting it today. Nice. Hello. Remind me your name. Or I'll just call you Coffee. But yeah, let me know what you would like to be called. I feel like I may have you in my notebook, but I don't have my notebook. I'll get that in the next sprint. How is everyone? I am doing well. I was a little tired this morning and didn't get up in time to like fully make breakfast and eat before, but we're good. How are you doing? Christina says, going to work on my diamond painting coasters with Hermie. Yay! I think, while listening to The Whispered Word, really hoping to finish it today, the book. But first, coffee. Yes, I have mine, so cheers. Coffee is life in the morning. Finished a cup of coffee and started reading The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I don't think I've heard of this one. I think I've heard of the author, but not the book itself. Let us know how you're liking it. I'm actually super hungry, but if I get up to make myself something to eat, I will wake up my dog and end my quiet time. Ooh. I will just have to wait until the princess wakes up. See, I'd be tiptoeing. I'd be grabbing some like snacks quietly. Oh. I just ran my document through Pro Writing Aid to look for sticky sentences, and I'm pretty shocked at how many I have to go back and rephrase. Is it a lot, or is it like not so many? They're doing something out in the hallway, and I can hear them, but I don't know what it is. Although I'm not thrilled with the amount of work this is going to take, I am grateful for the software being able to point out these things that I didn't notice. Well, see, it's a silver lining. I've been working on this novel for 3 years now, and when I publish it, I want it to be polished as it can be. After this much time, I definitely want to be proud of my final product. Of course. Anybody does. I mean, because that, in a way, shows like how much you've put into it. And if it's, polished, I mean, you want it to shine in all of its published glory. So I don't blame you one bit. I have been working on one of my stories for quite a while, and trying to explain to my dad that you can't just write it and send it out there is like pulling teeth. Like it goes in one ear and he's like, well, everybody else can like publish books in a short amount of time. Why can't you? And I'm going, but is it nonfiction or fiction? Because yes, there are people that can just, pump out stories like there's no tomorrow. But then there are others that if it's well crafted and there's a lot of detail and it's fiction, it's going to take a bit. And you want to make sure that it is the way that you want it before it just goes out there into the world. So my dad doesn't get it. Excuse me. But then again, he's also, every time I talk to him, he's like, hey, how about my royalty checks? And I'm like, hey, how about you get your own? My dad is something else, but we love him. Laura says, I'm diamond painting a cat coaster and listening to The Spirit Bares Its Teeth. Who is that by? That sounds familiar. I'll have to look that one up. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right now before I forget. The Spirit by Andrew Joseph White. That's an interesting cover. Maybe I haven't seen this one. It kind of looks familiar, so I may have seen it in passing, but I have not. Morris Victit Omni. Death Conquers All. Ooh. It had me until it said historical fiction. Let me know how you like it. I might give it a try, but I will tell you now that historical fiction and I don't get along. I have tried numerous books that have had like historical elements or are historical in timeline, and I've never been able to finish one. Hey, Courtney from Elena. Yes, the Kooky Mayhem Sprint train is running 24/7 and 31 days, starting April 30th at 7 p.m. Ooh! Oh my goodness. Hey, Hermie from Elena. Hey, Elena from Hermie. Green Hearts. Book Lovers is my favorite book. I also enjoyed Happy Place. Nice. She is one that I have yet to read, so I need to get on it because I need to know if she's going to be like an auto-buy author or if it's going to be a it was okay author. We go for the full set today, Christina? Ooh, are you going to get all done? How many coasters are there total? I say go for it if you want to. I know now. Got some coffee in. Got the Nomies with coffee coasters out and ready to go. Ooh. Are we doing this live or is it just in the background? That would be cool to watch. Barbara Kingsolver is very famous in the USA. She won the Pulitzer Prize in all short Booker. I have yet to read anything by that author, the Barbara Kingsolver. I think it's few and far between the people that can write that quickly. I dread to think how long it's going to take me who hasn't written since being very young. I mean, it depends on, in my opinion, it depends on what you're writing. It also depends on how detailed it is because, like fantasy and things are going to have a lot of detail, especially if they have their own magic system, right? So it depends on what you're writing. It depends on like your motivation level in terms of, because I know you're going to be motivated to write it, but in terms of like you write like this many words a day versus this many words. So like if you write 5,000 one day. You won't write 2000 one day. It just depends on where you're at. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different things that go into play. But I will say, once you start writing, make sure that you set a time or set time aside every day. Because if you don't write every day, then it's like you're not creating that habit. But if you get into the habit of writing every day, then you get into a groove, then things start flowing, and the ideas just keep coming. I think that is my problem because I did a lot of my writing back when I was in college, mainly because it was part of my classwork in a sense. Like we had to write short stories so that we could have them workshopped, so that we could get feedback on them, and then we could either continue in the class to write that and then they would workshop another section, or you could pick a different thing, or it had to fit certain parameters given by the teacher. So our first assignment, we could just write whatever we wanted, but then the second, we would have to certain parameters for what she wanted. So she could have said, okay, first one, we'll see what you got, we'll see where you're at type thing. And then the second one, she goes, okay, I want you to write a story that has X, Y, and Z elements in it. And then from there, we'll see how you do. And then she might change it up. Or we might be able to have free reign to write whatever we wanted, but it had to fit within a certain length or point of view or anything like that, depending on what she was teaching in class. So, but then once I graduated, then I went to work and I could only write so many times a day. But then when the little ones came, it made it harder. So, but we still try. If you only do 100 words a day, that's 100 words that you didn't have yesterday. So always look at it that way. Don't try to edit at the same time as writing. Just write it, get it all out, because then you can go back and edit. And because if you try to edit while you're writing, you'll never finish, because you're constantly going to be changing things. Whereas in your story, you could have it in your mind as this is how it's going to go. But if you edit while you write, then your story is going to change. I mean, stories are going to change anyway when you're editing, but you're still going to have that main, this is what my story is about, versus you've written it, but you've edited it, and now it's this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fun process. It's a fun process. Hello, fellow Scooby. How goes it? Hello, Rope. It's going well. I do have to do my points for that. I've started writing it all down and figuring it out, and I just need to figure out the points and input them, I guess, because we have until the 30th, I think Kat said. So I need to work on it. Yep, the Andrew Joseph White one. I love this author, but they always emotionally intense reads. Oh, well, good luck. Let me know how you like the book in that one. I'm going to try, Hermie. I've done 5 and have 2.5 left to do in my set. Goodness gracious. How many do you have in this set? I mean, like, I know my small ones that I just got. There's 6 to a set, and I've completed 2 out of the first set of 6. Let me see. Let me see if she sent. Here it is. Oh, those are cute. Oh. I love that all the gnomes have coffee. They have like some sort of coffee cup, and it's within like coffee colors. I don't know if I'd be able to show, but and no, not really. Maybe if I go like this, you can kind of see him. You have to like, you have to turn it a certain way. I just need to. Oh, maybe that would have helped. Let me see. Does that help? Not really. You can see yourself on the screen. All right. Well, you saw. Hopefully, you saw a little bit of gnome. I could see a little bit of gnomes. The ones I'm working on, and I finished 2. I think you guys saw this one last week because that one was finished. And then I started working on a gumball one, and now the gumball machine is done. So, I'm trying to. So, like, it's weird because, like, the white that you see here is kind of like an aurora borealis type white. And so, same with the white here. It's the same, but when you look at it, it just looks white. But those are the 2 small ones I have finished. I have to decide on what the third one is going to be that I start, but I'm also trying to work on the big one because I am a little behind on April's quadrant. Christina said she'd send pictures, which I saw. I think those are very cute. Just in the background, watching everyone's sprints. Nice. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? What are you reading or working on? Good morning, Vanessa from Christina. Currently listening to The Threshing Floor by Steph Nelson while I lounge in bed. Fair enough, that is a good day to do it. Sundays are always good for lounging in bed. Hi, Christina. Good tips. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, I've learned a lot just from the college classes that I have had because we had because I have a creative writing major, so English creative writing with a concentration in fiction. And what we would have to do is our classes were very small. I think there was no more than 20 people to a class, and that was because they were workshop classes. We would learn what we needed, so we would have to take form and technique of fiction. So we would learn about the form of writing different like short stories versus novels and novellas. And then we would have to workshop different pieces. Then we would go into like fiction 1 and fiction 2, and that's where we got more detail about what goes into the fiction writing novel if you're doing a novella versus a novel because there's different word counts. We learned about short stories, all of the things. We learned about tense shifts, the POV, the elements of fiction. There was a lot, very much a lot. I feel like I have like a piece of sleep or something in my eye. It's bothering me. But yeah, if you have ever any questions, let me know because I may have the answer or I may know how to find the answer quickly. And I actually have 2 of my professors, actually 3 of them. Jakira Diaz was my form and technique and fiction 1. And then I had, let me see, I'm trying to see if I can find her book. No, they're down at the bottom behind this chair. But I had another teacher, my fiction 2 teacher. She has a couple of different books published, and I have read them. Karen Brown, she is fabulous. And then there's one right in this pile here by a John Henry Fleming, and he was my novel writing professor, and he actually used Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That was one of my textbooks for the class, and we would go through and we would use that to learn novel writing. So that's why I have so many copies of the first Harry Potter, because I have a hardcover, a paperback, and then I have a second paperback that has highlighting in it. And that was purely because he wanted us to highlight certain things throughout the text. She sent them all. I think I looked at them all. If not, I will look at them in the first sprint. Now I have to plug my phone in. Oh no! Plug your phone in. 27 chapters in, 2 chapters read. Nice. Well, most of them do. One has coffee and cake, and another just has cake. Oh, I'll have to go back and look at that. It all looked like they had coffee to me. Good morning, Double Engine. How are you? What are you reading or working on today? You are my last comment as I see it. So I'm going to start your comment, and you are just in time because we're going into our next sprint. So let me pull up the cat, and happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. And I'll see you back in 45 minutes. How did we all do that sprint? I folded two loads of laundry. Um, I went in search of a mason jar, which I could not find, which is ironic because I have tons of mason jars. Some of them are in unopened packages of mason jars, but I have those set aside for projects that I want to do. But I thought I had one like 16-ounce mason jar, and I couldn't find it. But I did find this little box that I have. I bought it at the thrift store, so it came like this. Um, and I figured I might have to tweak it because it doesn't want to open. It sticks sometimes. But I figured I could put my color slips of papers with all the titles in here, and then I could just pick one out. Hopefully they all fit. I think they will. But so I'm going to use this. I have to print out the slips that I plan on using, and then I'll write in the titles. But I can't print that until I switch out my toner. And the toner just got delivered before I came in here. So that's what I'll be doing next sprint. Slowly but surely getting motivated. But my cough has been hindering. It feels like there's something like right here. And I keep having to do that. So we will see where we get to. I might have to take some of the cough medicine that the doctor gave me, and that will eliminate some of the mucus in the throat feeling. I think it's all because of allergies. Yay me. Let's see where you guys got up to. I think we had one or two people join us. Our last comment was Double N Jen saying good morning. Christina says the done ones have the cakes. We were talking about diamond paintings. She's doing coasters with gnomes and coffee and cake. And they're very cute. Double N Jen says, I'm taking all of those workshops, probably. If you're doing creative writing or English and some sort of writing, probably. I had to do a lot of them. I think I did Form and Technique of Fiction, Fiction 1 and 2. They were not offering Fiction 3 this semester when I was doing it, so they didn't have a Fiction 3. And then I did novel writing, and there was a couple of other ones. I did do Form and Technique of Poetry and Poetry 1. And then you could also, it was very sought after, but people were also, there was a graphic novel class where you could kind of work on making your own graphic novels. I honestly had no interest in that one because my drawing skills are non-existent. So while I could probably write the story itself, I could not turn it into a graphic novel. Somebody else would have to do the illustrations. So I just stuck to like the fiction-based, the novel writing, that kind of thing. Because there were other classes that I did have to take. You do have to take like before you graduate, you have to take like a writing intensive class, and you have to do some sort of, they call it a capstone class, but it's basically like your class before you graduate. So my writing intensive class was Bible as literature. That was a hoot. My professor's name was Professor Pringle, and he himself he was wild. And then because my class had, I think, like 500 students, we were divvied up into like, we had the big class where the professor gave his lecture, and then we would also have like a smaller like meet and greet time with our TA, or teacher's assistant. And he would go over the day's lesson, give us our assignments or turn them in, and then that's how we took attendance for the class type thing. But we also had like papers to write. We had tests and quizzes, that kind of thing. And then my capstone class, I think that was just kind of like it had to be a certain level course. And I ended up taking like a film and culture class. So we I ended up doing that. And ironically, I got the same TA that I had in my Bible's literature class. So he already knew that most likely I was going to be like turned in my work early. And if I had any questions, I would ask, that type of thing. But it was fun because we got to watch movies, and then we would have to focus on a certain part of like filmmaking, whether it be like the script or the movie itself and what went into it and all of the things. And there were quizzes and tests and stuff like that, but then you would have to write like a paper. It wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, mostly the writing stuff had workshops. So you would write something, and then there would be a day where you'd either have to pick and schedule it, and then you and like 4 other people would workshop, and they'd spend that class workshopping them, and then you'd do others on different days. Or if it was like a poetry class, then you did it all in one day. So no biggie. Hello, Paula. She says hi, Alicia and chat. Kim says, hi, I'm coming in late. Been fighting cramps all morning. That's no fun. I know what that feels like. I have made some editing progress, though been going back and forth editing and watching Bones. I have been watching Bones myself. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm in the very beginning of season 2. I think. I know. I'm trying to remember what episode I just watched. I think the end of season 1 was where they found Bones' mom, and she was questioning everything because of the details and the information that they were getting just didn't add up. But there was an episode after that I watched. I think it was the first episode of season 2, which is where Dr. Sororian comes in, I think. So I'm still in the very early stages of Bones. All sending healing kitty vibes, says Paula. Hi, Kim, from Christina. I'm doing 2 fiction ones in total, a nonfiction and poetry. That's it, I think. I don't know if they had a nonfiction one when I was in college. I graduated back in like 2013, so it's been a while. But I mostly had like fiction and poetry and the novel writing class. And even that you had to like, if you didn't get it when it was available, you went on a wait list because it was that popular. Hi, Christina from Kim. Read a chapter and got started on one coaster. Nice. You're on season 8, episode 21. I am not there, ma'am. It'll be a while. That, and I don't get to watch it like every day. I kind of watch it when the husband goes on like business trips. So I'm only just starting. And I think he will be going, he might be out a day or 2 next week, but then the following week, I think I'll be able to watch more. I'm hoping to finish season 2 by then. And then I can be into season 3. My goal is to like watch all of a season in like a 2-week period so that I can like go through them. Sounds about right. Where I'm at? Yeah. I mean, you've watched it enough to know. You could probably tell me what's coming up next. Hi, Paula from Swank. Hi, Christina and Swank. That is all I see. And the cat is ready to go back into a sprint. So let me switch banners, because this will be our final sprint. And then I'm actually going to change it to a 30-minute sprint. And then let's put it up here. We'll star that. And I will see everyone back in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. That was the final sprint. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did. I went and changed out my toner cartridge for my printer, and I was able to print out. I'm using different colored paper, so I have the different colors. I wrote in the titles, 10 per sheet. So now it's just a matter of cutting them out, and then I will be able to put them in the little box that I showed you. If you hear any noise, I apologize because the kids are out in the pool with Daddy, so they're all sorts of like running around and splashing and having fun. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear them or not. But that is what I got to, and then I started making notes of how I wanted to do this and what I wanted to focus on, because once these are done, then I plan on using this method for a couple of other like reading challenges that I have set up, and then it'll go from there. Also, let me sign in to my YouTube real quick so I can see if there's anyone else sprinting. So if you need more sprints, we can send you their way. Because I know that there are a couple of people doing live streams, but let's see what you guys got up to, and we'll add those in as we go. This was the next one. I got one coaster almost done and a few chapters, now at 76%. Very nice. Thanks for hosting today, Alicia. Enjoy your day. You as well. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a bit. Here are all of the reminders. Remember to hydrate, have a snack, check the laundry, take your meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, remember to sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, indeed. Please make sure that you are subscribed because new content comes out every week, and we have reading sprints every Sunday here. And also, I have a goal to meet 500 by the end of June. I'm currently stuck at 363. So, if you like what you see, if you like to come and hang out, then by all means, come back, hang out, watch the videos. I did just post a very belated April TBR. I also did a March book haul of the books that I bought in March. And yesterday I uploaded the Super Nintendo World video for Epic Universe. Excuse me. A sneak peek, I believe this week's Epic Universe video will be Dark Universe. So you'll be able to see what kind of that looks like. I don't go into grave detail mainly because there's a lot of like theme park vloggers. So my videos are, I'm just showing you what I see. And as we go on and the park becomes officially open and I go and do more visits, then I will start to tailor it to, okay, I'm in this section, here's what you can do. And then I'll probably go into detail, because at that point I could probably have someone with me and they can film and I can explain. It's a lot easier that way. I'm trying to convince my husband to go because I know he wants to see Super Nintendo World. But we'll see. He's not a pass holder, so I have to wait until like the park officially opens and then go from there. Christina also posted the Cookie Mayhem Readathon announcement and co-host TBR playlist. If you are interested in that, there is the link. You can see who all is involved. And I believe they said that they are starting, it's for the month of May, but they are starting their sprints April 30th, right? So I will be most likely in the comments for all of them if I can, unless I have to sleep. But I like to support the community, so I pop in, say hi, hit the like button, hang around for a little bit. I kind of come and go as I need to get things done around the house. Paula says, I'm all edited. I'm just waiting on some graphics and I can get my videos uploaded. Yay! Were you able to figure out your issue? Because I know you were saying yesterday you had a computer issue. So hopefully that's all worked out and it won't give you any more issues. Donna is ending and they are going to Dee Dee's sprints. There is the link. Thank you, Christina. For more Sprinty Fun and Readathon info, here is the Sprinting Spreadsheet, aka BookTube Bible. You will be able to find out all the readathons, all the people who are sprinting and when, on what days, all of the things. It's very handy to have. Swank says, thanks for sprints. You're so welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Christina says, Anna is still sprinting too. There's the link for her sprints. Yay. Oh my gosh. I need to go and pop over and say hello. Paula says, thank you for the sprints. I'm happy I managed to make them this week. Yay. I'm happy you were able to come and join us and hang out. You, Anna, and Donna are all chatting. Oh my gosh. The timing. How did we even manage that? And I imagine you said Donna is finishing up. How about Anna is still going, I'm sure. So she's probably still sprinting for a bit. So Donna finished, and she said she was going to Dee Dee's. So we'll hop over at Dee Dee's. The joys of ADHD. I got all 3 tabs open and I can understand all of them, right? I'm the same way sometimes, and sometimes it'll be at varying volumes so that, ironically, I can hear everybody and I can understand what they're saying. My husband doesn't understand it. I don't think I have ADHD, though, unless I am undiagnosed. It's possible, but I can do the same thing. Like sometimes I will put them at different volume levels, like I said, and I can understand all of them. My husband also doesn't like it when I do my audiobooks at 2 times or 2.5 times speed, because to him it sounds like a chipmunk gibberish. And for me, I can understand it quickly. So, I don't know. Maybe. Anna says, hi everyone, I'm on my sprints, also chatting, and Christina reminded me of these. Cannot sprint in the afternoon because I have to work. No worries. I am going to pop over to your sprints in a little bit because we are finishing up here, but thanks for popping in. Excuse me. Anna also says, Paula, I didn't know you also had ADHD. Hello, mental health mate. Vanessa says, just lurked today, not feeling well, but thanks for sprints. Oh, I hope you feel better and no worries, lurk away. But you're welcome. Hopefully we gave you a little bit of like, you're together with all of the friends and not by yourself. So you had company and everybody send you well wishes and hugs. You can lurk anytime. Christina says, have a beautiful day, Vanessa. LOL, Anna. From Paula. Christina says, yes, Paula, I can too. Just getting the links in before the ends, LOL. Multitasking for the win. Woohoo! Thanks, Christina. From Vanessa. Sending healthy kitty vibes, Vanessa. Yes, all of the happy kitty vibes. I love that little video that Paula shows, and there's the cat, and he just goes like this. And I'm like, yes. All right, that is it, my friends. I'm going to turn this banner off because last time I left it on and I signed in, and it was still going. So we got to make sure we turn that off. But yes, be on the lookout for new content coming this week. At least 2 videos will be coming this week. I have the April book haul video, and I have an Epic Universe video coming. And then I may or may not start on May videos early because I have to get those planned and organized. So we'll see. Hello, Olivia. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Vanessa from Livia. I hope you feel better soon, Vanessa. Yes, yes. Hugs and all the healing vibes. But yes, check out content. I will see you guys next Sunday for sprints. I believe next Sunday is May the 4th, so might have like a Star Wars theme, or I just may label it. No worries. No worries, but at least you got to pop in and say hello. So hello and goodbye. But I will see you guys next time. Until then, have a great week.